Tom Downey here for NFL Daily, breaking down the latest 2-round NFL mock draft by ESPN and Jordan Reid. We will go quickly on a lot of these guys, so we're not here for a half hour. With that in mind, let's break down each pick. The first four, number 1, Evan Neal to Alabama. Fills a big need. I get it. You're either going edge or tackle. It makes some sense. Kayvon Thibodeaux to the Detroit Lions. Big pass rusher. Fills a need. Houston gets Aidan Hutchinson. I like that fit. And the Jets, they go Ikem Ekwonu. There's some concerns about Mekhi Becton. Ekwonu, I think, could play left tackle or right tackle. I'm a big fan of his. So these are likely going to be the 4 people with the best chance of being the number 1 pick. Type EN for Evan Neal. Type AH for Aidan Hutchinson. Type KT for Kayvon Thibodeaux, or type IE for Ikem Ekwonu. Let me know who you think ends up being the number 1 overall pick this year. All right, the next batch, Charles Cross, who I don't know how you fit him in with the Giants, with Andrew Thomas, but he's a great pass protector. You fill a big need with the offensive line. Can't complain too much there. We'll come back to 7 and 8, but I want to talk about Malik Willis here, who I guess won the Senior Bowl. He didn't do anything he hasn't already done, so I'm kind of on that one. But Carolina, look, they need a QB. They do not have one. The top 3 tackles are already off the board. If Matt Rule wants to save his job, maybe a gamble on Malik Willis, but I don't know if he's ready, so I worry about that fit from a short-term, long-term perspective. Malik Willis, simply put, is a massive, and I mean massive, boom or bust prospect. If he hits, probably a top 10 QB. Closest thing to a Josh Allen boom or bust type in this year's draft. But if he doesn't hit, there's a lot of work he has to do from a pure pocket passer. This is the guy teams are going to gamble on. I get that. I understand it. But you have to acknowledge the risk involved here. So when it comes to the QB class, it's a tough one to really ID who will be the best. Who is your number 1 QB prospect this year? Is it Malik Willis, Kenny Pickett, Matt Krause, somebody else altogether? This will be the pinned comments on today's video. So if the ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know. Kyle Hamilton, who I love, number 7 to the Giants. The fit's a little weird. You've got Xavier McKinney. You've invested plenty in safeties in recent years, but Hamilton's a great player, so it's a pure BPA pick in the end. Derek Stingley, I love edge, but corner also the news. And if you go AJ Terrell, Derek Stingley, that duo at corner is going to make your pass rush, which was not good last year, a heck of a lot better, and look a heck of a lot better. Number 9, Devin Lloyd. This is a popular mock draft pick. It's understandable. If you don't go QB, hey, you've got yourself a linebacker to help replace some potential free agents. Garrett Wilson here to the New York Jets. Heard some buzz. Jets like him quite a bit. Elijah Moore, Corey Davis, Garrett Wilson. No excuses then for Zach Wilson on his rookie contract. QB2 off the board here. Kenny Pickett to the Washington Commanders. A very intriguing pick here. Look, Taylor Heinicke's not the guy. He's not. Kenny Pickett, I think, could come in and start right away from you. He's got small hands. I bet the the Commanders draft a QB this year. Pickett could very well be the guy. Maybe even as QB1 off the board. Then David Ojabo. Under the previous regime, he fits perfectly what they like. The current one, I still think they will like pretty decently, and the new regime, I think, will invest in edge rushers. I think Ojabo, raw as a run stopper, pretty good as a pass rusher, though. A lot of production at Michigan this past year. Today's show powered by BetUS, the number 1 sports book out there. Head over to chatsports.com/bet and use promo code NFL Daily. That'll get you a 125% deposit bonus when you put down at least $100. They have changed, by the way, their number 1 pick odds. Aidan Hutchinson is now the undisputed-ish betting favorite. Evan Neal is second. Kayvon Thibodeaux is third. Ikem Ekwonu is fourth. And now Malik Willis has jumped Kenny Pickett thanks to some a little bit forced Senior Bowl buzz. If you feel good about one of those guys, go put some money where your mouth is. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code NFL Daily. Treylon Burks out of Arkansas to the Browns. I think he's a bit of a slot guy, but has the body type of an outside guy. Browns need help. I'm not going to complain there. Trevor Penning, a bit of a weird fit. I don't hate it. You invest in the offensive line, starter at right tackle, and insurance if Penning cannot stay healthy. Or, excuse me, Stanley cannot stay healthy on that offensive line. Jermaine Johnson, big-time Senior Bowl winner. I like him. Feels a neat Philly as well. And I love the Sauce Gardner pick here. Out of Cincinnati. This team does not invest in corners in round 1, but Gardner, if he's there at 16, hell, even at 15, can't complain whatsoever. It would appear there are 2 top corners this year. Derek Stingley, who awesome in 2019, hasn't played that much since then. And Sauce Gardner, who lesser competition, maybe some speed concerns, but didn't get beat like ever with the Bearcats. Pick a corner for me. Type DS for Derek Stingley or type in AG for Ahmad Gardner. Jordan Davis, the defensive lineman out of Georgia, he's next up here. A great fit for what the Chargers need. I will not complain whatsoever about that particular selection. Let's go to Matt Corral then, the Saints quarterback. He's a tough eval, man, just like all the QBs this year. We'll see what offense the Saints run with new head coach Dennis Allen. If it's the same, still probably a good fit. If you want a quick passer, rhythm, get the ball quickly, RPOs, play action, general accuracy, Corral's your guy. He did not go beyond his first read hardly ever at Ole Miss. That makes it a tough eval. So the fit's decent, but all these QBs have some issues here. Tyler Linderbaum, the pick then at number 19 overall for the Philadelphia Eagles, and this is a haul for Philly, man. You get Jermaine Johnson, you get Ahmad Gardner, and Tyler Linderbaum. I think 3 high-impact starters. If they keep all the picks, Philadelphia has a great chance to win the draft this year. Sam Howell goes 20 to Pitt. A lot of buzz that they like Kenny Pickett and Malik Willis. Both those guys are gone. I don't know about Howell in round 1. He reminds me some of Baker Mayfield, the good and the bad, plus the beard and build make him look similar to Baker Mayfield. I get worried about taking a QB in this year's class. It's just not a great group. Now, if you want more NFL draft coverage, you've come to the right spot. Hit that big red button and subscribe. We've got free videos for you guys every single day on everything going on around the NFL. Patriots now at number 21, Andrew Booth. I guess this is your J.C. Jackson replacement. Receiver, also a big need for them. Drake London to the Raiders. I like this fit a lot. You want a bigger-bodied outside threat. Look, Brian Edwards is cool and all. London's way better. He slots in that Edwards role and is actually a hyped prospect. I remember the Randy Moss hype around Brian Edwards this year. Stupid. Raiders got to get a receiver. Maybe Jameson Williams here, but I like London a lot. He might be my wide receiver 1 in this year's class. Kenyon Green, probably going to be a guard at the NFL level. Cardinals could certainly use one of those guys. And hey, help protect Kyler Murray. Nakobe Dean, great fit there for the Cowboys at 24. At 25, Trayvon Walker to the Buffalo Bills. I don't know about this one. You just spent your first 2 picks last year on an edge rusher. I don't know if adding another one is the route the Bills are going to go when you also have A.J. Epinesa on your roster as well. Chris Olave to the Titans. A.J. Brown, Julio Jones, Olave. That's fun. I like that fit a lot. Trent McDuffie, proper value, and fills a big, big need for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And there's George Karlaftis, who I like. I think this is a better range for him than, say, number 8 overall, like I've seen some buzz about. He will be a divisive prospect. I have no doubts about that one in terms of what Karlaftis will end up doing. Green Bay might be a good fit for him. All right, let's head to the rest of the first round here. Number 29, the Miami Dolphins take Logan Hall. Now, again, this is a bit of a weird fit for me. He's 6'5", 278, a bit of a hybrid edge defensive lineman. Should be a similar scheme for the Dolphins this year, which I think actually fits Hall fairly well. There's also Jameson Williams to the Chiefs. I love this fit. Add speed, add receiver talent, and thrive with Jameson Williams, Tyreek Hill. Had he not torn his ACL, I think Williams could have been a top 15 pick this year. I love the Zion Johnson pick here. Day one, plug and play at left guard, fills one of the Bengals' biggest needs. And then Jahan Dotson out of Penn State. Now, I worry about Dotson being a true outside receiver. He might be best in the slot, which he played outside of the NFL, but could be a slot in at the NFL. Amon-Ra St. Brown is great in that role. So, might not be your best fit, but you need receiver help, so I can't complain too much on that one. Now, this is the ESPN NFL mock draft. If you want me to do one maybe after the Super Bowl, type in me right now in the comments section. Let's go to round 2. 33, the Jags. Back-to-back years taking a corner at the top of round 2. Last year, Tyson Campbell. This year, Kyler Gordon. Is cornerback truly the Jags' biggest need? Maybe, maybe not. I don't really think that ends up being the case, but he's a good player. He's going to test really, really well. If you have Tyson Campbell, Shaq Griffin, and Kyler Gordon, that's a really good trio there for Jacksonville. Daxton Hill goes to the Lions, which is, they got a lot of needs at safety with free agents, so I get that. Missed opportunity, though. You could have mocked both top Michigan prospects, Hutchinson and Daxton Hill, to Detroit. You could have something great there, Jordan Reid, but it's all good. It's probably a bit unlikely anyway. Myjai Sanders out of Cincinnati, and then Kingsley and Egberi out of South Carolina. 2 edge rushers. I think that the fit might be best for Sanders in New York. The Jets. I got to clarify which one, you dummy. Guys who could sneak in round 1, but probably more likely to go in round 2. All right, Roger McCreary, who I like. His tape is awesome, but he's got tiny arms, and that will ding him on teams' board. If you can get him, if you're Houston in round 2, I think that would be a fantastic selection. Frankly, this is one of my favorite picks in this 2-round mock draft. I also love Trey McBride to the Jets. Keep throwing picks to help out Zach Wilson. They have nothing really at the tight end spot right now. Getting McBride, I think, is a logical fit for what that team wants to do on offense. David Bell out of Purdue is next up here. Look, receiver is a bit of an uncertain position with Allen Robinson probably gone. No first-round pick. David Bell probably won't be a wide receiver 1 in the NFL, but as a receiver 2, I think he's a really, really good fit. Getting one here in the top 40, it's a solid selection. Then there's Cameron Thomas out of San Diego State. Bradley Chubb has been banged up. They could use some more edge, at least depth here. With not that many needs, I'm fine with this selection here at 40. Who is your favorite NFL draft prospect? Lots of names you can mention. Let me know in the comment section. Not the best, but your favorite draft prospect this year. Darian Kennard here to the Seattle Seahawks out of Kentucky. You try him at right tackle first. He might not be able to hold up there, so you can try him then at guard if you need to. But invest in the offensive line, can't go wrong that route if you are Seattle. Washington goes with Jaquan Brisker. Now, I don't know who you play at free safety. I like Brisker a bit more in the box, but I think you could maybe go with him being a free safety. With Bobby McCann and Landon Collins probably gone this year, safety is a bit of a need. DeMarvin Leal is an interesting, was an interesting name here. A lot of round 1 buzz entering this year. Since teams, and really I shouldn't say teams, since media has dug more into the tape, his top 15 pick has now become top 25 pick and top 45 pick in this case. He's fallen because although he shows the flashes, the consistency, the consistent production has not been there. So I think he goes before this, but there is still a bit more hype than true production for now out of Leal, but the upside is certainly there. Drake Jackson, I like him. I think improperly used by the USC Trojans. Opposite Myles Garrett, maybe need some time to develop. Jackson has most of it. So a good round 2 pick there by the Browns. 45, Devontae Wyatt out of Georgia. The Ravens love those SEC boys. Calais Campbell, he might be gone soon. Wyatt can help fill in on that offensive line. And by the way, if you say, my favorite player is that Georgia kid on defense, you are right with like 8 different guys. It is incredible how much talent there is on the Bulldogs defense this year. Even I'll count Jermaine Johnson in that category as well. Kaiir Elam here, number 46 to the Minnesota Vikings. I could see him sneaking in round 1, and they do need a corner. So overall, I think a great haul for Minnesota in this 2-round mock draft. The Colts then, well, they take Desmond Ridder out of Cincinnati, which would cause Carson Wentz probably not be happy. I want to like Ridder. He shows flashes of the arm, the touch, the progressions you want, the intelligence you need, but he's not consistent. And I don't know if he's going to get there. I do think, though, in the Frank Reich offense, it's actually a pretty darn good fit. So over or under, there were 3 QBs in this round. 3.5 QBs going in round 1 in this year's draft. Make your predictions for me in the comments section. O for over or U for under. Chargers take Nicholas Petit-Frere. Get Storm Norton out of my sight. He's not good at right tackle. Now, Petit-Frere played left tackle and right tackle. Not great against Michigan, but in round 2, pretty good value. 49, Lewis Cine with Marcus Williams, a free agent. A good replacement there. Bernard Raymond could go top 30, former college tight end, if you want to put him at left tackle and put Austin Jackson at left guard. That does intrigue me as a potential fit in the NFL. Now, we'll see if he ends up falling there, but I do think that Raymond has some ability as a potential left tackle with Eichenberg on the right side. Philadelphia gets Christian Harris, continuing a fantastically strong haul. And Daniel Falele, a mountain of a man at 6'8", 387. He's a right tackle for Minnesota. He's got to get better technique, but in round 2, this is the type of guy you bet on. Travis Jones out of UConn. He blew up the Senior Bowl. He sneaks into round 2 here. Perfect fit for the Raiders. A London and Jones combo. I'm a huge fan there. Jones balled out at the Senior Bowl this year. He was undoubtedly one of the biggest winners. By the way, if you missed our Senior Bowl winners and losers video, it is on the channel. We broke that down Sunday morning, as we always do for the Senior Bowl, breaking down the winners and the losers. So, haven't already? Go check it out. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV. Chad Muma, next up here out of Wyoming, fits the size the Patriots like. This is a very good fit team and player-wise. Arnold Ebiketie out of Penn State. I like it. Edge is an area of need for Arizona. I think his upside means he could maybe even get closer to 25 than 55. Sean Ryan, this is your Connor Williams replacement. He played left guard or left tackle at UCLA and now playing left guard in Dallas. Perion Winfrey out of Oklahoma. I like him a lot. He got massive arms. Harrison is a free agent. Winfrey and Ed Oliver. Ooh, that could be a really good 1-2 punch on the inside. 2 receivers, John Mechie, George Pickens, both having injury problems, makes them great value in round 2. Isaiah Spiller, the only running back under contract, Keyshawn Vaughn. He's there in round 2. Let's ride. Great fit. Final 4 picks at long last here. Jalen Petrie out of Baylor. I like him. Look, this would be your Tart replacement. He kind of fits that overhang defender role. Had a great Senior Bowl. Martin Emerson is a guy that Jordan Reid of ESPN likes a lot, so this is a bit of a projection pick. I like the Tariq Woolen pick. Big guy, 6'3" and change, 205, long arms, receiver to corner conversion guy. This fits the mold that NFL teams love oh so much. And then Carson Strong finally checks in here at the back end of round 2 to Denver. A pocket passer, big arm, but's got some knee issues that have to be checked out medically. So grade this ESPN mock draft. Get your votes in for me. A, B, C, D, or F.